It's Talk to Kedi. Sharing knowledge, liberating minds. Hello, my people. Thank you so much for joining us on yet another edition of the #1 educative online podcast, Talk to Kedi. How are you all doing? How are you faring? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for tuning in. In today's edition, we'll be talking about a very crucial topic. And it says, building an effective upline downline relationship. Building an effective upline downline relationship. So in today's edition, we'll be looking at who is an upline, who is a downline, why is this relationship important? I mean, why is it important to their growth? And then how can upline and the downlines, how can they build an effective working relationship? We'll also be looking at those things that make the relationship go sour. What are those things that can make an upline downline relationship go sour? What are those things that can make an upline and the downlines not achieve what they're supposed to achieve in the business? Those and many more are the things we'll be talking about today. So please sit back, go nowhere. This is the point where you bring out your notepad, bring out your pen, because in the next few minutes I'll be handing over to my guest who will do justice to this topic. In the meantime, stay back there and let's do this together. My name is Sarah Adenowo. Thank you for tuning in. Now, to do justice to this very crucial topic, when a topic is crucial, you have to bring someone who is crucial to attend to a crucial topic. Do you understand? So with me in the studio today is one of our top leaders from the Southwestern part of Nigeria. He's an Erudite Scholar, a motivational speaker, a success coach, a seasoned entrepreneur, one with, years of experience with good results. You can be in the business for 1,000 years and not have good results, but this one has been in the business for quite a number of years and it has good results to show for it. Yes, he is the owner of service centers 156 in Ibadan and 420 in Ogun State. He's a multiple award-winning distributor, a 2-star director of Kedi Healthcare Industries. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me to Talk to Kedi studio today, a man of influence, Dr. Moses Egbeniyi. Although you are blushing, you are blushing so bad. Thank you for coming today.
So good afternoon, everybody. So good afternoon, Mrs. Sarah. Good afternoon, everybody at the back of the studio.
Thank you for coming.
All these people watching me all over the world, let me say good afternoon. Happy New Year, perhaps we are going to see for the first time this year. You are welcome to this program.
Thank you for coming, sir. So Dr. Moses Egbeniyi does not need in fact, his profile. He has a very long profile, though. I just read a quarter of it because on Talk to Kedi show, he does not really need so much introduction because Talk to Kedi for him is a home. Do you understand? He was here last year. How many of you recall that we had Dr. Moses Egbeniyi here last year where he did justice to team motivation? And trust me, many of the viewers, they sent him messages to say that they gained a lot from that episode, and I am certain that he will do the same to this topic today. So please, this is the best time to share this link with everyone you know. Call your downline, call everyone you know, say it is Dr. Moses Egbeniyi is on Talk to Kedi. Bring out your notepad and let us learn. Do you understand? Please do not miss a point. A single point. Don't miss a single point out of all the things he will be sharing today. Because he will not just be sharing from his vast knowledge, he will also be sharing from his personal experiences. Those things he has experienced in the business, he will use his experiences to coach you today. So please sit back there and go nowhere. In case you're tuning in for the first time, you're amazed what is going on here. This is Talk to Kedi, where we share knowledge and liberate minds. This podcast is coming away from the stable of Kedi Healthcare Industries Nigeria Limited, the leading provider of quality healthcare products and services in Nigeria. Now, this podcast comes your way twice every month. Okay, so this is another edition. We'll be having another edition later in the month. We'll talk about knowledge about the business, knowledge about the company's products, and not just that, other contemporary issues that have the capacity to affect your health and your business. So any edition of Talk to Kedi you watch, you must learn something. Take that for me as a guarantee. any edition of Talk to Kedi you watch, you must learn something. So trust me, this is one broadcast you must always look forward to because it will bless you richly. Now let's go on. The topic before us today remains building an effective upline downline relationship. Okay, for those who are on network marketers, you may be wondering, upline, what does that mean? Upline. Well, what does downline mean? Downline, what does it mean? Okay, don't worry. In the next few minutes, our guest will be doing justice to all of that. Now, I won't be saying so much because I want him to have enough time to address this issue. Okay, don't forget that you can also be part of this conversation. Yes, you can also be part of this conversation in the comment section. Many of you just watch, enjoy my guests, and you just leave without saying a word in the comment section. I know many of you, okay? You can be part of the conversation in the comment section. As soon as you tune in, make it on the comment section. If you have any question for Dr. Moses Egbeniyi, you have any question with regards to today's topic or any other topic, you just want Dr. Moses to, attend to this question, shed more light on a particular issue, he is here. Don't worry, the studio is locked. He's here. He will do justice to all your questions before we release him to go back to Ibadan. Ibadan people, thank you for releasing Doctor to us. Thank you so much. Okay, so
You're welcome.
now don't worry, I will soon release him. We will come back to you, but for the next 1 hour or so, we need him here, okay? Now, our teaser for today is, in your opinion, many of you do not attempt our teaser. One day, I won't announce it all. In one particular edition, we will just pick random winners from the comment section. We'll just bless them. Who knows? We'll just give them a car award, I'm kidding. Many of you don't attend our teaser. You didn't know cars, oh God. After how many cars, please? Let some of us manage one. Yeah, our teaser for today is this. In your opinion, what are the common issues that make the relationship between an upline and his or her downlines go sour? What are those things responsible? Let's talk. We are Kedians, right? Yeah, let's talk. You are a networker and we are networkers, maybe. Now let's rub minds together in the comment section. What are those factors responsible? What are those things that make this relationship go sour? This is one relationship that should be beneficial, that should be mutually beneficial to both the upline and the downline. But what are those things that make this relationship go sour? Let's talk in the comment section. So in the next few minutes, I will go to the comment section and take your comments, and then of course your questions. So if you have questions for Dr. Moses Egbeniyi, this is the right time to start dropping them as soon as you tune into the broadcast. Now over to our guest, Dr. Moses Egbeniyi, as he takes us through building an effective upline downline relationship. Are you ready, doctor?
No problem.
Great. Now my first question is 4 in 1.
4
questions in one. As in the odds, we want to pick it from the beginning. Now, I would not want to assume that everybody watching us today are network marketers.
Sure.
It would be an error to just assume that, okay, do you understand? We have some people who just they just came across the work and say, okay, let's just check what's going on here. Okay, now for the purpose of some people who are not network marketers, I would like you to explain, sir, who exactly is an upline? Who is a downline? Now, why is this relationship important? What is the relationship about first? And then why is it important to their growth as network marketers? 4 questions in one. Over to you, sir.
I'll answer them one by one.
No problem.
So don't be reminding me one by one.
Okay.
So let me start from who is an upline.
Yeah.
So the word upline comes from network marketing. And network marketing is a new profession in town which many people are not used with. So the way we have a registered words in other profession, in medical language, we have some professional words.
Exactly.
The moment you get the word, you know this is a medical language. In law, we have some registered word. When you hear the word jurisdiction, that is a legal word. So when you hear the word diagnose, that is a medical word. When you hear the word forex, that is a banking word or accounting term. So likewise in network marketing, so one of the registered words is upline. An upline is somebody who provides the link to join the parent company. Or we can say upline is somebody who sponsors or who registers or who recruits somebody who has interest we will recruit the prospect. Prospect is somebody who has interest to join a particular company. So anyone who provides that link or who registers somebody into a parent company who sell or that sell product is an upline in network marketing. While the downline is the person that will register into our company. But in the New Testament language, we call them success lines.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So, what is this relationship about, and why is it important?
In network marketing, let me use. There's something we call VUCA effect. Okay. So I will explain. Okay. VUCA is like an acronym. Okay. VUCA. VUCA. So network marketing is a volatile business. V stands for volatile. U stands for uncertainty. C stands for complexity. Y A stands for ambiguity. So because of that fault that appears in network marketing, so there should be a cordial relationship between the upline and downline. So volatile in the sense that network marketing is a business that you gather people today and tomorrow something may happen to them. So you need to build strong relationship with your downline. And uncertainties in the sense that the way you program the business that it will go, it might not go in that direction, but you need somebody that will pilot you, that will advise you, that will counsel you, that will motivate you. So because of this reason, there will be a mutual or camaraderie relationship between the upline and downline. Then because of the complexity, the network market is very wide. You see different things, you meet different people on the field, in the aspect of the product, in the aspect of prospect, in the aspect of leadership, and so many questions will come on your way. As a result of that, for you to answer all those questions, you need to have a connection with your upline who provides solution to any problem that you might cut across along the way. And the ambiguous part of it is that there are many things that will come to your way that you cannot answer. Exactly. So strong and robust relationship was established between the upline and downline. So that relationship is very important and cordial to the growth of the business. Outside that, nobody grows network marketing without building a cordial relationship with the upline.
Okay, that's right. Now, in case you are just joining us, you are on to Talk to Kedi, where we share knowledge and we liberate minds. And we still have Dr. Moses Egbeniyi in the studio. He's doing justice to building an effective upline downline relationship. Now, to my ears, I tackled my first question, and now to my second question. It is now safe to say that everyone is a downline to somebody and an upline to somebody. Do you understand? If you are really doing the business, you are a downline to somebody and an upline to somebody. Okay, this takes me to my next question. What exactly are the roles of an upline? We have heard that an upline is someone who will create or who introduces you to the business. Now, what exactly are the roles of an upline? Okay, so while I explain this, I feel free to add examples of what
you said that like me appearing here this morning, I'm the upline to some of my team. True. Equally, I'm a downline to my leaders.
Exactly.
So from Kedi to my level, I have 6 uplines. From Mr. Sandy Ojaku down to me now. Wow. So I have a 6 upline. Wow. Like me now, I'm upline at the same time, I'm a downline. So I can answer the question. So what are the roles of the upline? So let me stand in the office of upline now.
Yes.
So what are the roles of upline? So let me put it under the perspective of, let me say, 5 points. Okay. Number 1 is inspiration. Okay. Number 2 is motivation. Number 3 is inclusion. Number 4 is recognition. Number 5, provision. Number 6, liberation. So anyone that can remember, I will explain. So let me go to inspiration. Okay. In network marketing, we need somebody that will inspire hope and confidence in us every day. So once network marketing is being introduced to you, for you to accept it because of the previous experience, we need somebody that will inspire hope, that will catalyze your mind that you can do this business. So the person that does that is an upline. So the first role that upline plays or does is to inspire hope in the minds of downline. So that inspiration is internal, while motivation is external. Okay. So you need to motivate them. And motivation is a daily dose, something that they need to take every day for them to do the business. It's like when you plant a tree and you need to wet it. So planting a tree is inspiration, wetting it is motivation. So another rule of offline, you need to motivate your downline every day. Success is not a day job, success is daily job. So you need to do that every day. Then the third role that offline plays is inclusion. Inclusion in the sense that you carry them along, you allow them to do the business, you don't do the business for them. So when you organize training, you include them in the training, starting from the beginning to the end. You give them the assignment, that means you include them. So you don't do everything for your downline, you don't buy products for them, you don't sell products for them, you don't give them their bonus. So that we call inclusion. So being the upline, you have to play the role of inclusion. Then followed by recognition. You recognize them any step they take. So recognition makes them to work. Whenever they take any step and you recognize them for that step being taken, then they work more. The another one is, I think I mentioned supervision. You supervise them, you guide them, you give them instruction, and finally, another role is liberation. So when they get to certain level, liberate them, give them freedom, let them start them, let them do it on their own, and keep watching over them. So you can't carry them all along 24/7. So those are the fundamental roles that offline should play for their downline.
Okay, this is still Talk to Kedi, and we are still talking about building an effective upline downline relationship. Don't forget that you can be part of this conversation in the comment section. If you have questions for Dr. Moses Egbeniyi, please start dropping them now, because many of you, is after he leaves, I'll not start seeing your questions, 10, 20 questions, and the other has gone back to Ibadan. Okay, so please make use of the comment section now and pour in your questions. He is still here, he will do justice to all your questions. Okay, and don't forget our teaser. What, in your opinion, what are those things that make the relationship between an upline and the downlines go sour? Make use of the comment section. Let's get talking. In the next few minutes, I'll go to the comment section and take your comments and questions. Now, we've talked about an upline, sir.
Okay.
Let's look at downlines.
Okay.
These are, they don't have rules. Of course they do.
Yeah.
So now, as a downline now, sir, let's switch it, let's flip it. What are the roles of downlines to their upline?
So the roles of downlines to their offline is that they will have a listening ear. Because upline always gives instruction. And if they follow the instruction, they do more. So the first rule that downline should do for their offline is to have a listening ear, to do whatever instruction being given by their offline. That is number one. Number two, be caring for the offline too. So if you invite your offline for a seminar and he comes or she comes, you need to care for him. Even just bottle water, the man or the woman will love it. You need to care for him. And the third rule that downline should do, you have to be proactive. You must do the business, not reactive. Reactive is when you are looking for PP after the closing of the month, the month is about to close. So proactive is that you must produce, you must be productive, and you must be profitable in the business. You must bring something to the table. So those are the things that will encourage your upline to do more for you. So those are the things that I think that the downline should do for the upline.
So now, sir, let's get personal.
Okay.
Now, from when you were introduced to this business till now, how far would you say your upline has helped you in the business?
Okay. First, let me use this medium to appreciate my upline. The person of Mrs. Folasade.
This is for you, man.
So that is the angel that God has sent to me at the moment when let me call her the useless of my time. Who God has sent to stop poverty in my life. And she's a woman that is still working with the government, so I didn't trouble her much at the beginning of the business. However, I got some help from her. And when I started the business, I was struggling financially. So I couldn't get money to buy the product, so I was using what we call OPM, other people's money. So I would go to her, giving them products, sell it, they turn their achievement. So at the end of the month, I was able to do 200 PV. And you know, to become star 3, you need 250 PV. So I went back to my offline and I bought 2 for my name. So it made me to complete my 250. And eventually, I became star 4 in the same month. So let me celebrate this.
You deserve this.
That is the first assistant I got from her. And the second thing, she do encourage my team member. Anywhere she meets them today, she encourage my team member, she love them, she guide them, she pray with them, and so forth. Then I've organized some seminars where she sent some people to come and encourage me. I mean, her own upline too.
Wow.
They attended my seminar. People like Mr. Olabiran, Samuel. So those are the people they have come to my training. Happens to be my upline. So I've enjoyed support in the aspect of giving me products. I've supported the aspect of encouraging my team and the aspect of supporting my seminars. So those are the support I've gotten so far from my upline.
Okay, so that is actually what it should be, you know, in the business.
That's how the business works.
Yeah, so now I want to flip the coin back again. So you have talked about your upline.
What they have done for me.
What they've done for you. Now let's look at what you have done for your downlines. Because we established earlier that you are a downline and you are also an upline to people. Now let's look at you as an upline now. What are those things that you have done and you are doing to, you know, help your upline? Your downlines in the business.
Yeah, you know, in network marketing we have different stages. In the beginning of the business we call it romantic stage. Then we have another stage we call it distraction stage. We have dissolution stage. Then we have adjustment stage. So from romantic stage is like when you get married, there will be a lot of romance. So when I register people, I give them a lot of support. When you get to a particular level, I will do the support for them to stand alone. So let me summarize the support or the role I play for my downlines. Number one is financial support. So I've helped a lot of my downline financially, just to start the business, to open their service center, to open their shop, or to solve immediate problem that can help them to concentrate in the business. For instance, a woman came, don't let me say that online, so that it will not look like but somebody, the woman needed just to pay house rent for her to face with Kedi business, which I helped her. So having solved that house rent, the woman concentrated in the business and she's now a assist consultant. So I do help financially when we are the area that it needs. And the aspect, another aspect is a product aspect. If somebody needs product just to take to somewhere to market, I can give product aspect. I have done that several times. Then material aspect by giving them like flyers, banners, I've given them to. Then moral aspect by giving them counseling and some other things. So those are the major areas I've helped my downline: financial support, moral support, material support, product support. So those are the major areas which I know I have done for my downline, which eventually help them to stay back and do the business.
Okay, all right. Now let's get a bit more personal. Have you ever had a dispute with your upline or your downlines?
Okay, dispute, you are talking about conflict.
Yes.
So in our business we call it conflict, and conflict is an integral part of network marketing. So you cannot do this business without having conflict, either with your upline or with your downline. It's general phenomenon. It happens. It's part of the business. So I can say at several occasions I have a conflict with some of my downline, I have a conflict with some of my upline. So it's part of the business.
Okay, so Sam, I'm going to get you to share some with us. I mean, some general ones, not deep ones. You have to share some with us, and then how you were able to mend it. So this is for some of our distributors who are watching, to help them learn how to manage conflicts whenever it arises between them. Okay.
Okay. First, conflict has 5 N, letter N, like Nigeria. Number one, conflict is natural. So it is a natural phenomenon. It will happen in the business. So everybody should prepare for it, either upline or downline. Prepare. So conflict is natural, conflict is normal, conflict is neutral, conflict is national, and conflict is negotiable. So it depends on the angle you handle it. So everybody just prepare that there will be conflict in the business. So how to handle it, you have to open up, you have to negotiate it, you have to discuss it. So those are the things that are very fundamental in the business. So conflict is natural in the sense that no matter what you do with your upline or with your downline, naturally it will come. So somebody that you have spent money, somebody that have invested your time, eventually will still do something that will baffle you, that how can you do this thing to me? So it is normal. It will manifest in one aspect of the business, and it is neutral. It depends on how you handle it. You can handle it constructively and you can handle it destructively. So it can mar you or make your business. It depends on you. Then it is not national. It happens any region you find yourself. So if you relocate from the southwest to the northwest, you still make conflict in your business. So if you leave your downline or you leave your upline to another place, you still find conflict in that place. So it is national. Then it is negotiable. Both of you can sit at the round table or call your upline and settle it. And most of the things that causes conflict or cause conflict in the business is maybe conflict of interest, fighting on the same person, fighting on the same thing. Maybe you are fighting on downline, or you're fighting on product, or fighting on bonus. Maybe bonus is being delayed, or promo is being delayed, or somebody that I want to register, you have gone ahead to register the person, or you register my downline, or maybe you organize seminar and your upline fails to show up. Those are things that do generate conflict in our business. Everything that happens is the premises of business.
Okay, so now back to today's topic. Today's topic says building an effective upline downline relationship. So what can distributors do to build an effective relationship between uplines and downlines?
Yeah, what can the distributor do? Now somebody say people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So number one, caring. You need to care for your upline. At the same time, you need to care for your downline. Number two is to let go, that is to have the spirit of forgiveness. Because in the course of doing this business, there's no way we not step on the toes of each other. So we need to let it go. So your downline will offend you and your upline will offend you. So if you want to maintain cordial relationship, we need to let it go. Whenever offenses comes, then let it go and continue with the business. Then you need to be focused. So once the upline knows that the downlines are focused on the business, they will do anything it takes to make them to become successful in the business. But if you are the type that move from one network market to the other, you have given a body language that makes your upline or downline not to follow you. So you need to be focused with your business. Then you need to create form. So at times you need to create form, relax, play with your downline, go to so not everything is easy. So you need to travel outside your comfort zone, create form. Then you need to build a relational business. Relational business is when you begin to relate with your downline without mentioning the business that joins you together. So when you begin to talk about another thing extra apart from the KEDI. So not every time you call your downline, how many people you have done, have you raised anybody. So at times you go an extension. Your family, your business, how are you doing? Is there anything going on? You visit their project? How far have you spent your bonus? You want to see what you have done with bonus? So when you get to relate, those are the things I have done. Those are the things I have done that help you to this level. So you need to go extra mile. So we call it relational business. Relate beyond what brought you together. Wow,
relational business. Wow. This is to Talk to Kedi. We're sharing knowledge and liberating minds. I understand that our viewers on Facebook, you're having a hard time. You know, we're having slight issues with network on our Facebook page. Okay, if you can link up with our Instagram handle at Kedi Healthcare _official, it will be just fine. But if not, in the meantime, just give us a few minutes. You can join us back on our Facebook page at Kedi Healthcare Industries. Okay, all right. We still have Dr. Moses Egbeniyi in the studio. He's still doing justice to building an effective relationship between uplines and downlines. In case you're just tuning in, we have been on for a while, but don't worry. Immediately after this broadcast, the full video will be on all our social media platforms. So in case you tuned in late or the network is affecting you, you have questions, okay, don't worry. In the next few minutes, we'll be back on air on our Facebook page, but our Instagram handle is still very good to go. Okay, now let me go to my next question. As an experienced network marketer, tell us what are the habits an upline should imbibe to be able to build and maintain a solid relationship with his or her downlines. What are those habits? What are those skills, that an upline should imbibe? Can you share some with us, sir?
Okay. When we talk of habits, it's something that we do repeatedly.
Exactly.
That they can imbibe, that they can cultivate. There's a book written by Steve Harvey. We call it 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And the man said something in that book. He said, I think maybe habit number 2 or habit number 7. He said, seek first to understand, then to be understood. So seek first to understand, then to be understood. So the best way we can have a cordial relationship with our downline or upline is to seek first to understand before you be understood. So if you are trying to understand first, that what are the things that I need to do, not forcing your interest to your upline, to your downline, then that habit is very good. If you can maintain it, it helps your business. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Very important. And the second habit is habit of positive attitude. Positive attitude produces energy to work. So in this business, upline should always display positive attitude in the midst of whatever that is happening in the nation. So you don't show it to your downline. You don't let everybody around you know that something has gone wrong. So positive attitude always will help your downline to work. Exactly. But negative attitude has set the wrong signal to them. Exactly. That it's like this business is not working, it won't work again. Then another habit is habit of leadership. So everything rises and falls on leadership. So a good upline should display a quality leadership skill that will help the downline to do the business even beyond their expectation. So another habit that I can see that is very important is to be a trusted person. Somebody that they can rely on, somebody that they can lean on, somebody that will not eat their bonus, somebody that will not eat their promo, somebody that will not embezzle their money whenever the money comes to them. So those are the habits that upline need to display, which will help the downline to do the business beyond their widest expectations.
All right then. So we are back on air. We sincerely apologize to all our viewers on our Facebook page. We had slight issues with network, but we are back on air. Okay, in case you feel you missed any points, don't worry. Immediately after this broadcast, we will have the full video on all our social media platforms. That is a promise from me to you. We do that for every edition. Okay, so this edition will not be an exception. So in case you missed a few points while we were off air due to network, don't worry, the full video will be available on all our social media platforms. Okay, we sincerely apologize for that breaking transmission. Now, Dr. Moses Egbeniyi, back to you, sir. Now we've talked about the upline. Now let's talk about the downlines. What are those habits that downlines must imbibe for us to have a smooth working relationship, for them to have a smooth working relationship with their upline? What are those things that they...
Number one, I will encourage all the downline to be punctual to meeting and to be regular in the meeting.
Yeah.
So your learning determines your earning in network marketing. And what produces learning is attended training. So when you attend training, you gain many things that will help the business to grow. So habit that I will suggest to every downline, you have to be present, you have to be punctual, and you have to be regular. If they do it 2 times in a week, if they do it 2 times in a week, try to be there. So every upline loves their downline when they attend training. So very important. Then don't just come to training. You have to be productive and profitable by bringing people while coming. You have to come with your prospect, and so your prospect must listen to the training, then bring him or her to your upline at the end of the day. So be punctual, regular in meeting, and do whatever your upline asks you to do. So you have to be listening here, like I said in the beginning. So those are the things that I think upline should imbibe that can help the upline. The downline should imbibe that can help the upline to give them close monitoring and follow up.
All right, so you are still on to Dr. Kedi. We're sharing knowledge and we're liberating minds. Okay, so if you have questions to Dr. Moses Egbeniyi, please make use of the comment section and leave your questions there. In the next few minutes, I will go to the comment section to pick your questions and your comments. Okay, I'm sure that you have been able to reconnect back to our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is back. All right, then. Before I move to my next question for Dr. Moses Egbeniyi, I want to gist with you all for a few minutes. Doctor, please, am I permitted?
No problem.
Oh, right. I want to gist with my people for a few minutes because I want many of them to, join the broadcast back. We lost a few of them when we had issues with the network. So I want to give you a few minutes to reconnect. Now, let me give you some gist. And the very first one is odds. Very, very odds. Okay. Now, next month, we will be celebrating Talk to Kedi anniversary. I will not tell you how many years. So please, this announcement is very, very important. Please listen. In the next month, we'll be celebrating Talk to Kedi's anniversary. And we have, that's Talk to Kedi crew, we have a package for you all. For all our regular viewers and our guests too. Yeah, our regular viewers and our guests. We would like to appreciate you all because if you have not been there watching us, we will not be here. Do you understand? So, our anniversary next month is for you all, especially all our regular viewers and our guests. Now, this is what we have in stock for you. Beginning from the first day of our anniversary month, which is the month of March, we will be dropping something. Okay? I will not tell you everything today, but in the next edition of Talk to Kedi, I will give you the full information. But let me just leave you with these bits. On the first day of our anniversary month, which is the first day of March, we will drop something on all our social media platforms. Okay, you are to participate, and then from there we are going to pick our winners. This gift, the gift for this particular one, if you see the gift, please just tick your calendar. 1st of March, just use your alarm clock or whatever it is, your set a reminder. 1st of March, you must not miss it. On all our social media platforms, we will be dropping something big, okay? And it is for the anniversary of our darling broadcast, Talk to Kedi. Okay, so you have to participate, and then from that, or from there, we are going to pick our winners, and then we'll send your gifts as usual to the closest Kedi outlets. Just go there and pick. Guess what? If you are part of our lucky winners and you are in Lagos, we will invite you to join us for the anniversary broadcast. Are you excited? Okay, so if you are one of our winners and you are a resident of Lagos, you reside in Lagos, we will invite you to the studio. You collect your gifts. You collect your gifts here in Talk to Kedi studio. Okay, are you ready? So get ready. I won't say more than that. So just be prepared, get ready. In the next edition of Talk to Kedi, I will furnish you with all the details. And then come 1st of March, you cannot afford to miss out on this. I won't say more than that. Even if you like bite me, I won't say anything more than that. But trust me, Talk to Kedi's next anniversary is going to be awesome. Okay? All our regular viewers, this is for you. And of course, our guests, this is to appreciate you. So just sit back, relax, and then expect it will soon come. Now, the special edition, the special car award edition of Kedi Inspire magazine is still available. You're a car awardee or you are an awardee in any other category, okay? Whether or not, even for the fact that you're a Kedi distributor, you need that edition. I'll tell you why. Because that edition is actually a very good marketing tool. It's supposed to hold this with you when you go out for prospecting. Okay, you use it to show people, say, this is what my company can do, this is what they have done, this is what they can do, this are the things they will still do. Okay, so that edition of Kedi Inspire magazine is very, very important. So you can get your copy at Kedi Head Office or any of our training centers nationwide. Okay, it is still available. Do not forget that all our social media platforms are active around the clock just for you. Okay, on Facebook we have an account, Kedi Headquarters Lagos. On Facebook we have a page, at Kedi Healthcare Industries. On Instagram, we are at Kedi Healthcare_official. On Twitter, we are at Kedi Health NG. On LinkedIn, we are at Kedi Healthcare. We have a YouTube channel. Many people do not know this. We have a YouTube channel at Kedi Healthcare. You need any of our videos, even this edition, all editions of Talk to Kedi, you'll find them there. In case you need to check, okay, what are the editions they've done before that I missed? Hey, they did one on infertility. I want to watch it. All editions of Talk to Kedi are on our YouTube channel. Even this edition will be there in the next few minutes as soon as we round this up. Okay, so please go to our YouTube channel, just go on YouTube, search for Kedi Healthcare, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then avail yourself of all our videos. Use our videos for your prospecting. Trust me, you will thank me later. Don't forget our mobile application, Kedi Care app. You're a distributor, a Kedi distributor, you're yet to download your Kedi Care app. Please do so today. It is very, very important. And of course, our website, www.kedihealth.com. All of these information channels are active round the clock for you. At any point in time, you're stopped, you need an information, you need something, you need to be referred, or you have questions, there's a promo you don't understand, you need to be directed to a particular training center, anything, whatever it is you need us for, you can reach us on any of our information channels and we will attend to you. Okay, now let me go to my perhaps my last question for Dr. Moses Egbeniyi. Now, Dr. Sir,
you're welcome.
I'm sure you will agree with me that
you remember that participant.
For the Doctor said he will collect money for me. You should I pay him?
You are using my platform now.
Oh my, okay. No, I'll call the angel and I'll inform him.
So tell the madman.
All right, sir. So conflicts is not something we can avoid. It's unavoidable because we are humans. We are humans, from different backgrounds, different tribes, different religion and all of that. So we cannot actually avoid conflicts. It will come up once in a while.
Like I said, that it is natural.
Exactly.
It is normal. It is neutral.
Exactly.
It is national. It is negotiable.
Exactly. So it is not a thing to actually.
It is part of the business.
Whenever it comes up, between an upline and a downline, what are the things they should do? Now, the question is in two ways. Whenever conflict arises, for example, I'm your downline, sir, and you are my upline. Whenever we have conflicts, what are the things in two ways an upline should do? Flipping it, what are the things the downline should do?
Okay. In psychology, there's something we call psychodynamic behavior.
Okay.
Psychodynamic behavior says that every human being behaves abnormal at times. That somebody, somebody that you relate together today, even before you slept, there wasn't any conflict.
Yeah.
So by the time you wake up tomorrow, you see another body language.
Yeah, like what is going on?
So what is going on? So that is how human being is being framed. That is how she is being wired. So we are not perfect.
Exactly.
So the first thing I will tell the upline and the downline that let us take note of this. That conflict will happen in our business. And so since we know, so let us prepare for it. Yeah. At times you will do something you don't prepare for. You will say something you don't intend to say because something language mistake. At times I may say something that I would have said it before I realized that why did I say it? And which can generate conflict in the mind of my downline. Likewise upline. So let us prepare that your downline can do something, your upline can do something. But I do tell the upline that you have to be cautious. When your downline offends you, you can forgive them. But when you offend your downline, they don't forgive. So it's a leadership principle. So when followers offends leader, leader forgives for business to move forward.
Exactly.
But when leaders offends followers, it takes the grace of God. It takes a regenerated followers to forgive leaders whenever they offend them. So that is why I do caution my leaders. So you have to be very careful while dealing with your downline. You can forgive them, but they won't forgive you. That's so now when it occurs, if conflict happens, what are the roles of upline. Number one, recognize it.
Okay.
So you have to recognize that there's a problem.
There's a problem.
So this guy, this is not the way he does. This is not so recognize it. Don't
shy away from it.
Don't shy away from it.
Yeah.
Don't use assumption.
So
assumption is the lowest form of knowledge.
True. So
you have to recognize it. So when you recognize it, then report it to the appropriate quarter. Okay. Your downline will be very close to somebody, maybe to your upline or to our own downline or his own downline. So report it. After reporting it, then review it. That two of you or three of you will sit together and review it. The causes it and the cause, what causes it and this. So you review it. Then after that, then you resolve it. Then when you resolve it, then you resume back to the business. So the first thing I will tell the upline that whenever you notice something like that, quickly recognize it and talk about it openly. So call your downline to order. So if he or she refuses to come, you can call the next person to him or her. You can report him to the downline or to the another upline that can bring two of you together and resolve it. So to the downline, so whenever you notice conflicts, for each not to degenerate by affecting your business, to make sure you report to upline to any other person that you know he or she can listen to is very important. So those are the fundamental way to resolve conflict in our business. But having noticed that it will occur, so you can prevent it. So if you know, so once you know that conflict is a part of the business, so right from the beginning, whatever that can generate conflict, they are preventable. If I know that you love money, that when it comes to money, you can fight me, so I won't allow your money to come to my pocket. So those are the things that you can prevent. Anything that you know that they are preventable, then you can prevent it before it generates or snowball to crisis.
Okay, all right then. Okay, if you still have questions for Dr. Moses Egbeniyi, make sure to comment section. Let me take them before we call it a day on this edition of Talk to Kedi. Okay, before I do that, let me take our Dr. Cap tip for today. And it says the best partnerships aren't dependent on a mere common goal, but on a shared path of equality, desire, and passion. Equality, desire, and passion. Okay, so now let me go to the comment section. I have from Alaps Olatunde Bamdele on our Facebook page. Says, sir, I want to know what what is the punishment for an upline or sponsor that registers an indirect downline from his downline's leg to another leg? What?
There's a policy in network marketing which people don't read. Before you can register somebody, that person must have stopped the business for good 1 year. Then in the practical sense, if I register you now and I'm not following you up, I'm not doing what I need to do that will make you to do the business. The law says, the policy says you can register, but you wait for 1 year. So if you wait for 1 year, you don't do anything in the business, you are the liberty to register to anybody you like. So people do claim that somebody registered my downline. Did you do what you're supposed to do for that downline? So if you are not doing what you're supposed to do for your downline is at the liberty to re-register at the expiration of 1 year. But if he does something within the 1 year and somebody registered the downline, then you report to the management and the management will take it back. So the only thing you need to watch, if your upline re-registers your downline, try to find out, is your downline active in the business? If it's active in the business, you can fight it to the level of the management. But if it's somebody who has stopped the business for 1 year, he has the liberty to register.
Okay, I hope that does justice to it, Mr. Alaps Olatunde Bamdele. And then we have another one. Okay, Adisa Adene says, "This is great. We are the defending champion." Thank you, Dr. Moses Egbeniyi. Thank you too, Mr. Adisa Adene. Okay. I know many of you when Dr. Moses now leaves. In the next 1 hour now, when Dr. Moses returns. So if you have any question, let's have it. In the next 1 hour now, when Dr. Moses is close to Ibadan garage now, you're not asking 20 questions. Say, Dr. Moses, what can I do to do this? I don't know what I will do. Okay, no problem. But this is where we'll draw the curtain on this edition of Talk to Kedi. Special thanks to my guest, Dr. Moses Egbeniyi, who made that time all the way from the ancient city of Ibadan.
The largest city in Nigeria.
I don't know that one, no. I don't know.
You said that the largest city of Nigeria.
Okay.
Where we eat amala and gbegiri.
And Doctor came here, he did not bring it from you. Let me report him in public. Doctor came here, did not bring amala and gbegiri for me. All right, thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much for coming. In case you tuned in late, or you're one of those who had issues with the network earlier on, do not worry. Immediately after now, the full video will be on all our social media platforms, okay? You can watch it, rewatch it, watch it with your downlines. If you're an upline, please share it to all your success lines, wherever they are. Let them watch it. Tell them that Dr. Moses Egbeniyi took time to address all uplines and all downlines, and they should watch it, okay? And if you have any questions after watching, you can leave your questions. I will tag Dr. Moses Egbeniyi in the video. Yes, I will do that. Yeah, okay. So I will tag him in the video, and then he will answer your questions. I know that many of you had issues with network earlier on, and we sincerely apologize for that. Trust me, next edition will be better. We'll work on our network, okay? So this is where we draw the content. Thank you so much for watching. Next edition will be better. That I promise. Okay. We have questions. Okay, you can bring them. Dr. Moses. Yeah, see you again.
Yeah, no problem.
Don't worry, I'm here for you.
Let me just tell them this.
Okay, sir, go ahead.
The best thing that you can hold on to in life is each other. Take it or leave it. The best thing that we can hold on to in life is each other. So we need each other to move the business forward.
Exactly.
Another question?
I can't succeed alone. You can't succeed alone.
Network marketing is a people-oriented business.
Exactly.
You can't do it alone. So I need you, you need me.
You need me. You say I don't vex. I don't go there for that team again. Look at carry my bag, they go. You honestly cannot do it alone. Yeah, correct. Now this question, which is our last question, is from Adisa Adeni. I guess this person really watched. He said, sir, you mentioned some stages earlier.
Okay.
This stage, adjustable stage, romantic stage, and all of that. So he's saying, what are the supports that upline should give to their downline in the adjustable stage? Adjustable stage.
Okay, let me just explain. The romantic stage is the beginning of the business. The structured stage is when downline begins to make money.
Okay.
So when they begin to make money and they begin to get card, they get distracted, they are not connected with their upline again. So that is where they sing Buddha. So that is where they sing Buddha. So that is where the problem lies. So then adjustable stage is when you begin to resolve the crisis, bring your downline back to the business, let close together. I'm not saying for the past 2 months, 3 months. Is it because you have got a car? I invite you to my seminar, you are no more coming. You don't even call me again. So that is the starter stage. So romantic stage is the beginning. The starter stage is in the middle. Then the solution is where there's no resolution. So where we don't solve the problem. So everybody goes apart. So in the adjustment, so the support is to bring him or her back to the business. And what causes the conflict, you need to resolve it and profile. If your downline is organizing seminar and you have not been attending, then you give him or her seminar support. Then you adjust all the normalcy. You adjust all the conflict and normalcy will be restored.
Exactly. I hope you understand that. Thank you so much. Thank you all for watching. Thank you so much. We'll see you next edition. Thank you. God bless you. Dr. Moses?
Thank you. God bless you. I love you. Please bring more points to the table. That is our honorary something now.
So bring more points
to the table.